Today I'm making a beautiful braided bread called challah bread. Despite this bread looking very intricate, it was actually fairly simple to make and it didn't take that long. This was also my first time making it, and if I can, so can you. We're going to start out by combining water, sugar, oil, and eggs, and we're going to use a whisk to mix them together. Next, we're going to combine flour, yeast, and salt. I'm not going to mix the yeast and salt until I'm ready to start baking because salt kills yeast. I'm using my stand mixer for kneading, but this dough can be kneaded by hand. After combining the ingredients, I'm going to knead on low and speed up the mixture after the dough forms a rough ball. Knead for about 8 minutes or until the dough is smooth and elastic. And if you're kneading with a stand mixer, until the dough pulls away from the sides. Finish up kneading by hand for another 30 seconds and form a ball. The small bubbles in the dough is a good sign. This means the yeast is active and it's starting to release carbon dioxide, which is what happens when the dough rises. Next, grease a bowl and place the dough in it. Greasing the bowl will prevent the dough from sticking to the bowl and will make it a breeze when taking the dough out of the bowl later. Cover with plastic wrap and let it sit for about 1.5 hours to 2 hours or until the dough is double in size. I'm placing the dough in a warm place to help speed up the rising. We're going to bake our bread on 2 stacked baking sheets. Cover the top sheet with aluminum foil and spray with vegetable oil. Punch down the dough to deflate it and split it up into 2 pieces. One of the pieces should be twice as big as the other piece. Next, divide each piece into 3 pieces. I'm using a scale so I get equally sized pieces. After dividing the dough, form each piece into a ball and cover with plastic wrap to prevent them from drying out. Working with 1 piece at a time, roll the dough into a 16-inch rope. After rolling, cover with plastic wrap so they don't dry out. Repeat with the remaining pieces. Now here comes the fun part, making the braids. So I'm going to work on the smaller braid first. Line the smaller ropes side by side. First, pinch one of the ends together for the start of the braid. Next, move the centerpiece over the right piece. Next, move the new centerpiece over the left piece. Repeat to finish up the braid and pinch the ends. Repeat with the other pieces for the bigger braid. To make our egg wash, we're going to combine an egg, water, and a pinch of salt. Whisk them together. Place the bigger braid on the prepared pan and gently brush with the egg wash. Next, place the smaller braid on the bigger braid and brush it with the egg wash as well. Cover the dough with greased plastic wrap and let it proof for about 1 hour to an hour and a half, or until it's doubled in size. Before baking, preheat the oven to 375 degrees F or 190 degrees C. Brush the dough one more time with the egg wash, and if you have poppy seeds, sprinkle all over the dough. Bake in the preheated oven for about 20 to 25 minutes or until the bread is golden brown. Rotate halfway through baking so it bakes evenly. After baking, the bread should read between 190 to 195 degrees F. After taking out this beauty from the oven, transfer onto a cooling rack to cool. The recipe suggests cooling for 3 hours, but I finished baking around 10 p.m. on a weekday night and I couldn't wait to try a slice of bread. So after waiting for about 30 minutes, I cut into it and I definitely did not regret that decision. The bread was very rich and buttery, and with every bite, I wanted another. This bread also worked great as a sandwich bread. I can't wait to make this again, and I hope you guys try it out. If you do try out this recipe, let me know in the comments below how it turned out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Happy baking!